You're listening to the Law of Attraction Radio Network.
The secret to well-being is discovering the power that is your birthright, the power to create a happier, healthier life, drawn from our own vast internal resources. Join Jules and her guests as they gently guide you to shift your perspective from the familiar negative to the divinely connected, a place that will not only positively impact your world, but possibly shift the planet. It's all right here on Law of Attraction Talk Radio.
Well, welcome to Law of Attraction Talk Radio. I'm Jules from beautiful Southern California, and I'm so glad you could be here. Tonight, I have a very, very special guest who happens to be a good friend of mine, Dr. Michael Mosley. And I'm sure you all know him because he is a super popular host on Law of Attraction Radio Network. Dr. Mosley is incredible when it comes to giving readings of great insight through his intuition that's connected directly to the source of all intelligence. He has literally changed the lives of many, many, many thousands of people. And as you may be a longtime listener of Dr. Michael Mosley, you'll know that he is traveling all over, because there's some real major things that are occurring for him. And again, it has to do about delivering his message. So I wanted to bring him back on to remind all of my wonderful listeners that they need to catch a couple of shows of Dr. Michael Mosley, because if you are needing a reading, he's the one to go to. And he has a live show that you can simply dial in and get bits of information that will lead you into where you want to go. Dr. Michael Mosley is all about serving, and he is such a high vibrational being. I just truly adore this man and everything that he stands for. So with that, get a cool beverage, sit down, relax, watch the video or listen to the radio as you drive down the street or you're commuting to work. Wherever you are, just sit back and relax, because tonight is all about the law of attraction. We'll be right back after these messages. Stay tuned.
Did you know that every human uses only a small portion of their powerful mind? Jules Johnson, international certified hypnotherapist, wants to introduce you to your powerful mind in order to create your dream life. In as little as one session, Jules guides you into releasing limiting beliefs that keep you from achieving wealth, health, better relationships, and even true love. Schedule a session in Palm Springs or set up a Skype video session for those nationally and internationally. Jules would love to serve as your guide into living your dreams. Go to creativeguidedimagery.com or call 951-201-2166. That's creativeguidedimagery.com.
It's here, it's hot, and it's a must-read. It's the science behind the Law of Attraction magazine. Every issue brings you great articles and in-depth how-tos from all your favorite Law of Attraction experts, authors, scientists, and medical professionals. Go to lawofattractionmagazine.net. That's lawofattractionmagazine.net.
Well, welcome Dr. Michael Mosley to Law of Attraction Talk Radio. I am so happy great to see you again.
Oh, I am. I'm very excited to be here. You are just a phenomenal lady, and I really am not just saying that. I'm really a man of integrity, and I must say that you are really just a joy to speak with. Every time I get a chance to speak with you, it is an uplifting experience. So I'm glad to be here.
Well, I am so glad because I want to bring you back onto my show because I want to make sure the listeners know everything about you because you're one of the most prolific psychic intuitives I have ever met. And you've given me a couple of readings. And
Yes.
okay, so I'm going to tell you that you totally blew my mind. I could not to this day, I'm going, how in the heck would he know that? I mean, that's just so unbelievable. So, boy, my goodness, you are God's gift to the world.
Thank you. So now listen, I know you videoing this, so don't make me cry. I got to uphold my tough image. So don't make me cry.
Oh, you got a tough image. Oh, so let's talk a little bit about your background, Dr. Mosley. How did you know, and at what age did you know that you had this gift?
You know what? It was a long time before I knew it. I was basically an adult before I knew that I had it. As a child, I would have little strange encounters that I just really thought I didn't know what to think. Maybe I was crazy or I was almost terrified, even at night, because I remember this very vividly that when we would turn off the lights for me to go to sleep, it would scare me because I would see these little eyes all over the room. And I didn't know, I don't know why, but I was just my mother is very sweet, but I was just too even scared to tell her that.
Really?
And so I would just pull the covers over my head and just pray to go to sleep. I came from a very religious background, so at that time I didn't know maybe these are demons around me. I just did not know.
Sure.
And you know what? It reminds me. I do tell clients, and even I'm very cautious about my own children because I have one son. He's a little scared to go to sleep by himself, and that it kind of reminds me of that issue. So I try to talk with him and find out, okay, what's the problem? What are you seeing? What is making you nervous? But at that time, I had no clue. And my mother used to tell me a story. She said I would get up. One time she said, you just got it because my mother would sleep in the day because she worked at night. And I got up and I screamed, Pamela, Pamela. Well, my sister's name was Pamela. And she was at work. My sister was at work working at a fast food place. And I ran and woke my mother up and said, Pamela, Pamela, we got to pray for Pamela. Something is wrong. My mother jumped up out the bed. She was half delirious, like, what is going on with this little kid? Well, sure enough, we did. We got on our knees and we prayed to God, Lord, protect Pamela. Well, when Pamela came home from work that day, she immediately went and told my mother that the place where she was working, the fast food restaurant, was held up and she was facing a gun.
Oh my goodness.
And my mother asked her, what time was this? And it was the exact time that I had jumped up and told my mother, let's pray for Pamela. Again, I did not even, in fact, I forgot all about the story. My mother had to remind me of that. So at this time, I didn't know it was a gift. I didn't know what I had. I just did not know. And I'll tell you another quick little story. When I first started getting an inkling of this, of what it may be, I got an impression to tell my sister that you're going to have a child. And the doctor said she could never have children. Well, this one, I just felt this impression to tell her. I said, you're going to have a child in 1 year. And I'm like, okay, now if this thing is really real, I want this to really happen. In 1 year, she conceived, and now she has 5.
Oh my goodness.
So it's been an amazing, amazing journey. And it was really in my really in my 20s that I realized that this really is a gift from God and I should embrace it even more. So it took me a little while because we didn't really talk about it. There was one older lady that my father's mother, whom I really never had the privilege of meeting, but she was very, very spiritual, very much into metaphysics, but we never dealt with her in a sense because, that's just the way we were raised at that time. But now I'm so grateful for the opportunity to embrace spirituality, and I do welcome it wholeheartedly.
Wow. And now you are traveling all over the
Yes.
world doing this, and talking to people and coaching people. That is, you've taken it to the next level. It's huge.
I enjoy what I do. And if I can really be real, I came from a very religious background, not my family, because they always welcomed me and loved me, but from the religious teachings that I did, I was taught that that was a no-no. You don't go and do like I do. It was kind of shut down. I was made to feel embarrassed by it.
Uh,
And so, the religious teaching, just like, but now it is more open and more receptive. And I am very grateful for that opportunity. Yes, I do travel greatly. And there are so many people that are really desiring help.
yeah.
Just to know I'm not crazy, or just to know, can you give me a word of advice, or what can I do? I'm still grieving over a loved one. But from my religious background, we don't fool with that. Let the dead be gone, don't be bothered. But I really did find out that there are people that really receive consolation in knowing that their loved one has passed. Or I told a young lady, I just moved. And
Yes.
I had someone to come, and I had asked Archangel Michael because I needed my grass cut. And so I'm doing this thing now with Archangel Michael. And so I said, Archangel Michael, I need my grass cut. So I need a landscaper. I need them now. I want them today. Well, sure enough, that day I found somebody. They were in the neighborhood. I said, well, when is your next availability? We can come to your house right now. I said,
Wow.
great. Thank you, Archangel Michael. But it was a lady with a gentleman, and her mother kept bothering me. The spirit of her mother, it just kept bothering me. I said, excuse me, ma'am, you don't know me. Let me give you this message because your mother is letting you know she's proud of you. You always have a hindrance because of the way you raise one child, and you feel guilty. And she says, yes, you are so right. But she wants me to tell you, Happy Mother's Day. You did a great job in turning your life around. Her face just immediately changed. She had to really catch herself from crying. She said, I just really appreciate it. You don't know what that meant for me. These are the testimonies that inspire me.
Oh, yeah. So I have a couple of questions because you mentioned your children. Um, do any of them have the gift of being intuitive? I mean, I know we're all born with it, but have you detected anything?
I have a little bit. I don't think it's like, I don't know. Sometimes they get nervous when it comes. My little ones, especially even my little boy that's afraid to sleep at night. I really do feel it with him. I have another son that I feel it with. Two of my older sons, I do feel it quite strongly upon them as well. I also have a daughter that is 13. When she was about 10, she used to see angels quite a bit.
Ooh.
And she would be in a room by herself, and all of a sudden she just busts out laughing. I'm like, what is the matter with you? She's just laughing. I'm like, what is your problem? I see this angel over there, and he's telling me X, Y, and Z. And she was just like, and I'm like, are you serious? So that one, definitely, she does have the gift, shown up, hands down. Because she will, if I even talk to her now and said, I want you to invite your angels, and she would immediately, she could sense them, and she can give me their messages of what they're saying.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful news.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, how do you, if somebody has an inkling that they have their intuition is there, is there a way to activate it to help them to engage and be able to have some of the gifts? Can you develop your gift? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Most definitely. And I really stress that. In the church realm, many let me part of my journey is I did see people, and in the church, especially in the African American church, we call them prophets. And so they were people that would stand up in the church and they would give you a few general words of, hang in there, the Lord see what you're going through and God's going to move for you. Well, that just was not satisfactory with me. When I began to see other psychics and people that are intuitive began to be as so clear and precise and so accurate, I wanted to be that way. And so I asked, the Bible speaks about, Lord, increase our faith. I said, well, I'm going to take that same prayer and say, Lord, increase my spirituality, increase my gifting, increase my psychic ability. And that's what he did. The first thing I started doing was meditating. That was the very key for me. And I still do it every morning. I used to do it more so in California because it was cooler. Here in Georgia, the sun let itself be known.
It is warmer there?
Ooh, yes, Lord. The sun with the humidity. Yeah. In California, I could stay outside pretty much, for a good portion of the day. Here, I get in and I come on back into the house.
Oh, my goodness.
But I do sit out there and I meditate. I really just try to shut everything else off, and I raise my vibration to that of spirit where we can become one. And I just sit there and enjoy that presence and let whatever messages want to come, and even also use it as a time of detoxing and just saying, hey, this is what's bothering me, get all that out of me. And then I just really sit there and listen. That helps my psychic ability more than anything, is just pure meditation. And then second, what I tell people is research, read about other people, read about what other people have done. For instance, I used to read, and thank God she's gone on to the other side now, but Sylvia Brown, when she came on Montel Williams, I would always be glued to the TV. I just wonder, how does she do that? Let me read, let me find out more. And John Edwards, so many other psychics. I would just really try to absorb and say, I believe I can do that. Let me just read, let me study. And I'm pretty grateful that I can do a lot of those things now.
Yes, yes. I mean, like I said, I think you are fabulous. And there's another one on Law of Attraction Radio Network, Julie Ryan.
Oh,
and you know Julie.
Yes, I have never met another intuitive psychic, nothing. No, she is in her own class by herself.
But she developed it herself.
Wow.
She was not born with your gift. She developed it over time. And so that goes along with exactly what you were saying. So it is true. We were all born with it, but some of us do not understand that we have that, right?
And it's true. It's like everybody, I would say it like this. Everybody can comb their hair, but everybody's not a beautician. It's those that desire to develop their skills of how to do a perm, how to do this, how to curl, how to style. So there are those of us, like I don't like to be no pallbearer. In fact, even being a minister, I hate to do funerals. I just hate it. That's not for me. I don't even want to be a funeral director. I don't want to do no embalming. I don't want to touch the body. That's just me. But there are some people, they are drawn to that and they desire to do that, and that's good. The universe has placed us all with our gifts and our talents, our strengths and our weaknesses to come together as one to help one another.
Right. And we just got to find our own way that gets, and I would think that it would be the excitement. Like when you do that, when you get into that space where you're very psychic, you are naturally enthusiastic. I mean, you can feel your energy just raise up, and it's calming to the other person. But there's just such an energy. I've noticed that even through Skype, that I can pick up your energy. It's just, you are one of the powerful people.
I'm very grateful. I say that often, and I really do mean it. I take spirituality, I take my gifting very seriously. I have fun with it, of course, but I really take it very seriously because I want to help people. Even like the little lady that was cutting my grass with her and her husband. And she kind of got nervous, and I said, "Ma'am, you don't need to be nervous. I'm not asking you for no money. I'm not asking you for anything. I'm just telling you your mother wants you to know this." And to see
Oh,
her response, that let me know there are so many people that really just that extra boost of encouragement is what they needed to move forward. And I really do feel that's the purpose. That's what the universe wants us to do. Everybody to move forward. I always said it's your spiritual GPS to success.
that's right. That's right. So, Dr. Mosley, can you give us some words of wisdom? And maybe it's going to come from the source energy. How are we supposed to be acting today within the midst of so many different things going on? We're politically, there's sports, there's, just news is coming out right and left. How do we keep our calm? How do we keep creating what we need to create to thrive? How do we do this in the midst of chaos?
One thing, as you were talking, I could really feel this very strongly. Develop yourself.
Ooh.
Develop yourself. We was just speaking about, developing your gifting, but also I can't do my gifting is one thing, but I also got to develop Michael. And I talk about this quite often. We say God can do this, the universe can do this, but you got to also get to a point where you say, I can do this. I can do. It's no good of having the gift if I'm still nervous. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. You're clamping down. You're shutting down. You are stifling what the universe desires to do. So I really, as you were talking, develop yourself. I did a show about what lessons that I learned from Donald Trump, and
Oh, yes.
some people were surprised about what I stated, and they all told me, that is kind of true. But I learned a lot from him. I'm not saying I voted or whatever. That's not the point. But what I learned from him, he was a man that was assured of himself.
Yeah.
And we have to be that way. If we know that we know that we know what we know, then be strong. He was very much a strong person, and people were looking for strength. Whether we agree with this one, we have to say, well, hey, at least he had the guts to say it. I don't like what he said, but he had the guts to say it.
Yeah.
And we look for leadership. I want to encourage everybody right now. Develop yourself in the midst of chaos, in the midst of even what's going on in sports, in the midst of what's going on in the entertainment world. You have to develop yourself. If you don't like it, develop yourself strong enough to say, you know what, I can handle this. I cannot be a wimp and run away. I can't do that. This is the time that I must develop me. I have to build up my strengths and build up even more my weaknesses. In fact, get people that are stronger in my weaknesses that can help me. If you're not a good, let's say, person that clean up the house, work on that skill. Work on the bathroom, or either hire somebody, keep the house clean. But you are still developing yourself. And as you develop you will find yourself connected more with the divine.
Okay, so when we develop, whether are we developing our true authentic self, we're stepping outside of the fear and just saying that, hey, it's going to be fine. Everything's going to work out perfectly.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yes, we always say, my son made this statement to me, and he heard it from me. I didn't realize. He said, I got it from you, Dad. Is that good things are always working out for me. Good things are always working out for me, no matter where I am, no matter what the country is involved in, no matter, people are saying, well, you know what, they're sending people back to the foreign countries and all of this. They're ridding people of American, but still, this is the time to see the law of attraction really work. This is the time to prove that it is true by developing yourself, developing your faith, developing what you believe, developing what you are expecting to happen. The universe is bigger than your boss, the president, your parents. The universe is bigger than your teachers. In fact, if I go here, your mind is bigger. Develop your expectation. If I can put it to that bottom line, develop your expectation. Focus on what you are attracting. Focus on what you are envisioning, what you are visualizing, and that is what you are pulling into your life.
Oh, that's beautiful. So it's not so much discounting what is going on in the world. It's more about focusing on you and what you want to experience in life. You want to experience that peace.
That's what I've learned in the law of attraction. It doesn't matter if you don't have no money to pay your bills. And somebody asked me that the other day. Well, what do you tell people that need a direct miracle or financial something right now? I said they have to focus on what they desire, not what is before them right now. You got to, because right now it's not changing unless you focus on where you're going. Again, I had to drive from California to Georgia, which is where I live now. And the only way I could get here is I had to focus on where I'm going and enjoy the journey of getting there. I can't focus on, well, I'm sitting here in California. No, I got to start the car and then let's go. And my mind is directing that car where to go. So your mind is directing your life, your finances, your marriage, is directing it where to go. Don't pay attention to what is right now. Let that be a motivator to what you are desiring to attract in your life.
Oh, boy, that's powerful. That's powerful. I get it. Okay. So we are to develop ourselves, which is a powerful message. Don't discount, but don't live on what's going on out there. Stay focused in the law of attraction.
Yes.
Let that be brought to you. Now, let's go back to this money thing, because I was talking to someone the other day about money, and they want to materialize $1 million.
Yes.
And that's great, but if that's not $1 million is not believable to them on how they're going to get it, will they in fact materialize that in the record speed that they need it?
No. And I've also learned this. Oh, I'm so grateful for law of attraction. I really am, because I've learned so much. What we really want is the feeling of it.
The security.
Yes. You know, $1 million is one thing, yes, but what you really want is the feeling of it. You can have that money in the bank, but what you really want is it sure feel good. My bills are paid. I can take my wife out to eat. I can do this with my kids. It's the feeling. And so you have to get an amount of money that you can vibrationally match in your feeling, whether it be 1,000, start low and work your way up. Starting with $100, I want to manifest $100 today and just get that feeling. Oh, it feels good just to be able to go and get a Big Mac. It just feels good to go and get this, just get that feeling and it will come. It will. And I've had some people, it has come that day, it came the next day, but it is en route to you as you maintain that feeling. I tell people that's all that faith is. Faith is your feeling, your imagination, the feeling of your imagination. That's all that faith really is. So hold on to that faith and build it. When you get that 100, now go to 1,000, go to 2,000, whatever you can really feel within your own being. Again, developing yourself. You have to develop yourself to equate. The $1 million is there. Oh, it's there. But you got to develop yourself to match that vibration. So develop your mindset, your feeling to attract what it is that you want to manifest in the natural.
Okay, so let me go a step further. What if the person who said, I want the $1 million and I need it fast, what if that is just based on their ego to feel better about themselves other than the feeling? What about that? Where does that come in? And will that stop it?
Well, it will, because it's not really authentic. It's not really authentic, and sometimes they can attract it, but it won't last. And that's what spirit is really telling me right now. They can attract it, but it won't last. It's like a fling, and that's why people say money will come and then it just slips through my fingers. It's because you really just wanted it maybe to feel good, but once that feeling is gone, it'll go. You want to
Interesting.
last. You want money to last and hang around. You got to think again, developing yourself is that, you know what? I enjoy money. I love money and I deserve money. I deserve a life of money, not just a weekend of money or a shopping spree. No, forget the shopping spree. I want to just have a shopping life. I want to enjoy it. And I want to go one step further.
Okay.
This is the year, and I taught this. This is the year 2017. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7 equals 10. Numerology, we bring that 10 down to 1. 1 plus 0. This is a 1 year. And I've
Okay.
been teaching this all over the world that we must be focused about number one, and that is us. You are number one. So that's why I go back to saying developing yourself. What is it that you really want in your marriage, in your life? Not what your partner wants. We got to first understand, what do you want? Then we can bring it with our partner. But why do you want this money? Is it just to say, hey, I want to go vacation in the Cayman Islands? Great. But after that is over, that's when money will just go through. It won't stay. You want a life of enjoyment, and don't feel guilty
Ah,
because of that. Some people really do feel guilty. You deserve that mink coat, the diamond ring, the cruise. You deserve it all. Act like that. But let that be a part of your life. I tell people, I'm not what they say, I'm not arrogant or conceited, but I do know my value, and I deserve my $1 million. I just after all I've been through, I deserve it. And I love to share with other people. I really do. But you got to develop yourself to say, hey, this is who I am, and I do like nice things. And nice things will come easier to you. Develop yourself.
yeah, I've noticed that when I stopped worrying about money, that's when it all started flowing. So the last thing I do ever is worry about it. And I also won't put a number on it because I think that's limiting the universe from delivering everything. So if I sit
Wow.
back, I'm relaxed about money, and I just know it's going to flow. It's like, okay, I've got all of my basic needs, feelings taken care of. I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel like I can go out and spend the money easily, not worry about it, and know that there's more coming. I
Yes.
have no more anxiety about it. So that allows more money to flow in. So it is developing yourself with that. And what about prosperity consciousness? The act of giving.
Yes. Because giving sends is like a reinforcement to say, I have it like that. I got it like that. I don't have to worry about money. Here, I feel led to give this person $100, or I feel led to buy this person lunch today, or and I've done that in the store. I want to pay for this lady's groceries. I've done that. And people look at me like, ooh, you must be have a lot of money. And I look at them and smile. I said, I'm very blessed, and I love to do, I can only have $2 in my bank account left, but that's okay because I'm not worried about money. I know it's coming and it's always flowing. And you
Yeah.
know what, Jules, I had to learn this lesson the hard way. I would save money. Well, I got to pay the light bill, so I can't do this. And I would be well, the water bill is due, but I ain't go. I got to work on this light bill. So I would have it to pay the water bill, but I didn't have it to pay the light bill. So I'm holding on to it to kind of pay the light bill, but if I just let go and pay the water bill because it's due right now, then I realize that more money is coming to pay the light bill. It sends a sign to say, I trust the universe will always be there for me. After paying the water bill, there's more money coming. I'm going to get me some ice cream while I wait on it.
One of the reasons I love listening to your shows because you talk about food. And it's like, wow, I can really get into the food that you talk about. Oh, the cornbread. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
you make me hungry every time I listen to your show.
Somebody sent me a Facebook message about that. Said, you always talk about food. Wow. And they said the same thing. I just love when you talk about food. Wow.
That's yeah, you have a great show, I know. And it's live. So you
Yeah.
actually help people. And your last show was very powerful too because you did a live reading, an entire
Yeah.
reading, and that was brilliant.
Oh, we had a great time, a wonderful time. And again, I enjoy what I do. I'm so glad I got this job, that the universe picked me. God chose me for this. I am so grateful for it, to be able to see lives that are changed and people that make statements to me on Facebook, and they'll contact me and let me know, hey, that part when you said text this, it really, really helped me. And so we just help us one to another, because there's plenty of success to go around.
Yes.
Plenty. So I don't have to say, you listen to Jules, or why you ain't listening to me? Because as Jules succeed, I succeed. There's plenty. And you know what? You're limiting the law of attraction, or you're limiting success when you have that mentality.
Exactly.
When you have that, don't listen to them, listen to me, or don't do that, come over here. You're limiting the blessings that the universe want to give you. God is bigger than what we can even think, conceive in our minds. There's so much money around us. Everybody is to be wealthy and to be successful. And now that wealth depends on a person's mindset, because somebody can have $20 and they good. I'm straight. For somebody else, they can have 20 million and they're feeling good. All God really wants us all to do is to be happy, to prosper and be in good health, even as our mind, our spirits begin to prosper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%. So you have a live show every Wednesday.
Yes.
And people, I'm going to say to go to your website or go to Law of Attraction Radio Network, your
Please.
show page on there, and sign up to get his updates, because he's traveling all over the world. Sometimes he can do it, sometimes he can't, but he will send you an update as to when he's going to be on the show and do his live show so that you can call in. So, Michael, please give your website address.
The website is drmichaelmosley.com, DrMichaelMosley.com. Now, also, you can text the word LOA to 40691. And that will immediately start you with receiving the updates about the live show. Text LOA to 40691, and you can just start receiving my text messages about the Law of Attraction Radio Network.
Great. And I'm going to put that on the banner for the YouTube video so people can see that right off the bat. So, Michael, where is everything going to be taking you now? You're in Atlanta.
Yes.
Beautiful area.
Yes.
It's a magical area for me. Atlanta is just very special. So what's your future plans? What's going to be happening?
I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know. No. You know what? Let me clarify that. I told my wife this. I said, I just know I'm in the right place at the right time. And I keep getting these inferences about international travel. I keep getting these messages. And just yesterday, really, I got someone that says, oh, I keep seeing you going over to Africa. And I'm like, okay, I keep getting these inferences. I don't know why I had to come to Atlanta to go to Africa, but I know that's one area that I'm going. And I am looking forward to setting up a school here in the Georgia area for prosperity training and teaching about the law of attraction, and just opening myself to the spirit realm and having fun. I want to have a ball here in Atlanta. I just enjoy the spirit. I enjoy the love that is here. And so I'm really looking forward to just saying, okay, spirit, let's go. Let's have fun. What do you want us to do next? And so when I say I'm excited, I really do mean that. I'm not just talking. I'm very excited about my life right now.
Yeah, I know. And then you're just right down the street from Constance Arnold.
Yes. Yes, and I'm very. She is just a phenomenal lady, and I'm so grateful that our paths crossed. Because of her, I met you and so many other people with the Law of Attraction Network. I am very grateful. Again, it's just following spirit. It's a GPS. The name of my show there is your spiritual GPS to success. For some reason, you just got to follow spirit. Sometimes we can't explain it. Just go with the flow. There's a reason, and I really do feel that again by being in Atlanta. I didn't know why, but I kept feeling I'm getting ready to move, darling. I told my wife we're getting ready to move. She's okay. Now she did love California, but she was so willing to follow the spirit. She did that, and now we are here in Georgia. I want to encourage your listeners. Follow the spirit. Whatever you're feeling, that intuition, that inner guidance, do so. It really is making a difference and bringing forth a wonderful change in your life.
Wow, how wonderful. That is so true. So let me ask you a question on that, Dr. Mosley. How do we know it's spirit and how do we know it's ego or coming from a place? How do we know? How can we tell the difference?
For me, it's a spirit of security. When it's spirit, it really is solid. If it's ego, it's something I'm trying to make happen, or something to get an attitude, or I'm gonna do this. You get your neck rolling, or I'm gonna do that. You're trying to fight through it. But when spirit really guides you, it's like cutting open a zest of the lemon, and it's a burst of little fresh zest that comes from that lemon. That is how you pretty much know this is spirit. It's the way I feel. It's just something that's a lift there. It's not something I got to make happen. It's just a lift, like, yeah, this is it. It's just a little spark of energy that you feel. Spirit is not very, for most part, it's not dogmatic. It's not trying. That's one reason why I don't like some of the religious views. They become so dogmatic. And I've had some listeners from the Law of Attraction that have thanked me for not being. Yes, I am a Christian, but it's not that I don't believe in being so dogmatic. You got to do this and you got to do that. Oh, that drives me crazy. I tell people, be spiritual, be led by the Spirit. What works for you, let it work for you. Because what works for me may not work for you, but be open to spirit and let that little burst of energy come and solidify. This is where I need to be. I don't have to make it big and boisterous. Just, I got it. That little tap of security says, okay, I'm in the right place at the right time.
So if it's the ego, will you be feeling good, or it's a different sensation?
You'll be feeling
altogether.
Like you gotta make it happen. You
feel like or feels
it.
Icky or something. It's not the same as that feeling that you get from source.
And again, that's why I said go back to meditation. Go back. Meditation will give you the difference. Even when I'm questioning about something, should I do this or should I do that? Meditation has a way of solidifying, because spirit is really real. Get in contact with it by meditating, and it will confirm what you need to do by that feeling of security. That's what you're looking for. So if you question ego and versus spirit, everybody, I encourage you, spend some time in meditation and you will find the answer quickly, easily, effortlessly.
And so the meditation isn't a half an hour. It's just till you feel like you're good to go.
Yeah. Some people, I encourage them, like for some people that have attention span problems, no problem. Just meditate for 5 minutes. It doesn't take spirit long. It's in fact, spirit is always waiting on you. It's like electricity in your house. All it's doing is waiting on you to cut the light on or either plug the computer into the socket and it comes on. It's just waiting on you to raise yourself to that vibrational plane where it can communicate with you. It's always there. It's just waiting on you to clear that phone line so you can connect with it.
So is it a blank mind? Are you getting are we supposed to excuse me, are we supposed to have um um images in our mind? Are we supposed to just have it blank? What is how do you do it?
I do it several ways. Number one, I just relax.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's really what I do. Whether I have some music playing, and it's a lot of times it's instrumental, or sometimes, especially when I was in California, I would go and look at the nature, look at the flower, and just admire, be in the now. I would
Okay.
look at that flower right now, not looking at it thinking about what I'm gonna cook for breakfast. No, I'm really in noticing this flower. Look at the little ant crawling on that flower. You know, I really am in the now, so I relax. And whether I'm, thinking about the birds or even what I'm going to eat for dinner, I really try to be in the now and remove the dinner out of the way and just look at what I'm enjoy life now. Even if meditate with your spouse or your partner in life, look at them now. That's a form of meditation. I'm admiring your eyes now. I'm admiring your beauty now. And many times, spirit can even talk to you right then, right in that now moment. So it's not that you got to have blank mind, 'cause that's kind of hard. Do it the simplest way. Don't make life so hard. Just be simple. Just relax. Take a nice bubble bath and have one of them moments. And whenever you have that moment, I guarantee you, you're in meditation right then.
Oh, that is a great definition. That is wonderful. You're absolutely right. I never brought the two together before. That's it. The
Yes.
That's
Yes.
good.
Even with a glass of Moscato and sitting on the back. Oh, this is good. Have that hamburger right there with the cheese melting all over it, and you bite into that and like, oh, this is good. Because you're in the now. You are enjoying those flavors and the pickles and the ketchup. Oh God, okay, okay.
All right, now I got to go eat. You did it again.
Wow, that's that now moment. That's meditation. It brings that
Yeah.
wonderful moment of right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm meditating on food. Oh, yeah. That sounds good.
Oh, good.
Okay, so you don't have to have a blank mind. You don't have to put your mind on pause. You just be in the moment
Yes,
and just let go
yes,
and enjoy, and then messages will come to you.
yes. And I like that you said enjoy because it should be an enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
If it's not enjoyable, that's not meditation. You're like, okay, let me hear him get through with this. Am I missing my stories? I'm missing empire. No, that's not meditation. You want it to be something that you enjoy. So if you're thinking on a thought of something that you enjoy, even the birth of your baby and you and your grandbaby, if you're thinking on that joy, spirit can easily come in and give you that lifting, that moment. He's so cute, and my daughter is so precious. Those little moments, that's really meditation. You're in the now, appreciating now.
That is such good advice. I do appreciate it because it shouldn't be a chore. I remember starting meditation, and before that, my day would be chaotic, but the meditation in the morning brought a sense of calmness throughout the day.
Yes, it will do. In fact, I just wrote this down in my notes. Appreciation is meditation.
Oh,
That's what I just heard from Spirit. Appreciation is meditation because when you appreciate something in spirit form, you say, I like that. So, guess what else? Appreciation is attraction.
oh, yes, it is.
So if I say, you know what, Jules, I really do appreciate you. I really do thank you. Then it makes you want to do more. I say this all the time. One time I was cooking and did something and I fixed my children's plate and I was doing something else. And my daughter kept saying, Daddy, Daddy. And I got kind of irritated. I said, what is it, Michaela? I had that little irritation in my voice. She said to me, thank you for fixing my food. Oh,
Oh,
and that's exactly what I did. I said, "Oh God, oh," I said, "Baby, you want anything else?" I was ready to make that baby a cake. I was ready to go get her some ice cream, whatever that baby wanted. She did something to my heart. And, because I felt bad because I was already irritated, but oh, my baby, and that's what makes the universe want to give you more. I appreciate my job. I appreciate my husband, my wife. I really appreciate where I live. I appreciate that I have a bed to lie down on. That is meditation. And it brings attraction, saying, I want more of this feeling of appreciation. You may not want the same house. You may want a bigger bed. That's fine. It brings greater things for you to appreciate.
I agree. I agree. This is so much fun. Oh, we're almost out of time, but Dr. Michael Mosley, I strongly urge all of my listeners to go and experience your wisdom and your gifts because, like I said, you blew my mind the first time and the second time, and it brought some huge revelations to me that literally changed my life. And I thought everything was going pretty good. But boy, did you open up some great stuff for me.
You know what? And I want to share this with you really quickly. I know we are limited on time, but I really do see this. And I just really see so many people that are just like a curtain that's being opened before me. And I can see so many people that you are impacting, but you are yet reaching even more. That's why the curtain is still opening. So there are more people that you are going to impact their lives. And I see myself walking into a bookstore and I could see a book by you. I'm looking in the New Age section and I could see a book by you in this New Age section. And it's a very a nice sized book. So therefore, your message, your purpose in life is going to be broadened. It's going to be really, really broadened. But there is actually a book that I see somebody like ghostwriting for you, or you, however that may work. But this is written definitely by you, and your words of wisdom are very profound. Also, the universe is using you more in attracting more finances, more money. Now, this is for your family, not just for you to enjoy, but it really is for your family because you want to leave something for your children and your grandchildren. I don't know why, but it's something I'm getting like an urgency, like I want to leave this. Not that we're looking to die anytime soon. It's just that I want to leave this. It's just like a thing, maybe like a man says, I want to get this for my woman, but it's like, I want to get this for my children. I just want them to have it. So I want to tell you something, and this is going on, I guess, national radio, but I want you to get a specific purse. And this is what is coming to me spiritually. I want you to get a specific purse that I want you to imagine having money. That purse represents your bank account. And I want you to just hold that purse whenever you're imagining money or praying for money. And I just want you to imagine it being constantly filled with money. It's a specific purse. And in fact, I really want you to either, if you have one that's you can use, or I want you to get one that is a brand new one. And it don't have to be fancy, just a purse that can hold money. It represents a holding of money because this is for generations to come. It's for your enjoyment, but it's also for generations to come. Okay, so I want you now do this for me as well. This is what Spirit is telling me. I want you to get a $20 bill, $10 bill, $5, whichever, if you want a one. But I want you to put it in the purse and to keep it there.
Okay.
Just keep it there. Because that money is going to always attract more money. And I want you to do this for at least about 3 months. And you're going to see after the 3-month period, just holding the purse every now and then, go buy the purse and money's in my bank account. In 3 months, you're going to see a great change. I feel like I'm in a savings account, though. I feel like you're going to start saving more. So money's going to come to you, and you're going to start putting a little bit more into savings, which means you're going to have money to take care of all the excess bills and all the other things, and yet have money left over for savings. I want you to get back with me in 3 months to find out how did that work for you.
Okay. All right, I will. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It's a great game. And really, isn't it the game of life? Yes. We're taking everything too seriously, and if only we could look at it as a game.
Yeah.
And each step is just fulfilling and doing that game. It makes me excited. Yeah, just like playing a game of chess.
That's all it is. And in spirit, in the universe, this is what I'm hearing. They're never losers. They're never losers. They're only waiters. people that wait to the fulfillment of their dream or their success. It may not be my turn today. It may be your turn, but that's all right. I'm yet waiting because I know mine is coming. I'm next. I'm next. After Jules, I'm next. I'm next. Wait your turn. It's going to happen, and just maintain that feeling and enjoy the journey. I didn't get to California to Georgia in one day. But I really did enjoy the journey, just driving and looking and enjoy the journey. Because sometimes that is really more fun than the actual manifestation of the goal. Enjoy the journey. It's going to be worth it, I promise you. So congratulations on the financial increase that you are receiving starting now, and you'll see a greater sense of income in these next 3 months that you are going to attract and you're going to manifest.
Oh, well, hey, I'm going to enjoy it. That's for sure. And when that's good, and it's not only applies to me, I would think that other people could do the exact same thing.
Yes, a scripture that I use, according to your faith be it unto you. If you can really believe and have fun. Now, the trick is believing, not worrying. That's two different things. We have to believe. If we schedule this interview. Now, if I'm worried, is she going to call me? That means I don't believe you. And soon, if I keep, Jules, are you going to call me? Jules, are you going to call me? Jules, you going to call me? You sure? That's going to get on your nerves. Excuse me. But we get to the point where we just believe, and you got to believe, not worry. When I believe, I ain't worried.
I love this. This whole program has been about your wisdom, your talents, and the law of attraction. How much better can it get? I thoroughly enjoyed this.
I've had a lot of fun. I really do. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on the Law of Attraction radio network. I really do. And again, I was looking to go on terrestrial radio, but the universe guided me to you. And so, again, it gives you what you need and even so much more. Because at that time I was in California, but now I'm reaching people all over the world, in Africa, in Germany, and so many other places because of you. Follow Spirit and allow Spirit to guide you. You'll reach places that you never even thought were possible. Just like how you said, Jules, don't put a limit on the money. Don't put an amount. Just say, all good money come to me.
All good money come to me. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Michael Mosley. And remember, people can text you at LOA 40691.
Yes.
And they will get updated when you're doing your live shows.
Yes.
And your live shows, people don't want to miss that. There's so much wonderful information. But then if they do miss it, that's okay.
Yes.
Because they can turn around and listen to you through Law of Attraction Radio Network, through our mobile apps, through your own show page, through your website, everywhere. The world is getting to know Dr. Michael Mosley very well, and I'm so grateful.
I thank you so very much. And I want you to continue your success. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, Jules Johnson. Ooh, you can ready to be invited to a speaking engagement. It's going to be very massive.
Oh.
Yeah, you really, because I was just ready to say this, it's about to roll off my tongue. If you need a speaker for your next event, contact Jules Johnson. And before I could really say it, I really feel this, and I know we're still recording, but I really do feel this. You're about to be invited to be a guest speaker, and it's going to be such an empowerment. So I congratulate you on what is about to happen for you. It's going to be very phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for all of your words, too, your inspiration, everything. So, again, go to Dr. Michael Mosley, drmichaelmosley.com, and you can schedule a session with him.
Yes.
And you're going to be so thrilled. You're just not going to be able to forget that experience. I know. I still can't. I cannot forget it. It's so powerful. So thank you again, Dr. Michael Mosley, for coming on and taking the time to be with us. I so appreciate you.
Blessings be to you. Thank you so much. And we'll chat again real soon.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week with another great show from Law of Attraction Talk Radio. If you'd like to comment on tonight's show, send an email to jules@loaradionetwork.com and have a great week.